Hello everyone. Today, I'd like to start with a short story about Ruth, a 78-year-old woman living in suburban Seattle. Ruth has always taken pride in her good health, cooking her own meals, tending to her garden, and even going for a walk every morning. One of her secrets, which she often shares with friends, is eating lots of fruit every day. She believes it's the most natural way to stay healthy. But just a few months ago, Ruth began feeling fatigued, occasionally dizzy, and her blood sugar levels were fluctuating unpredictably. After several doctor visits, the results shocked her. The very fruits she thought were healthy were quietly harming her body. Ruth's story is not unique. Fruits have long been seen as a symbol of healthy eating, colorful, rich in vitamins, and easy to enjoy. But not all fruits are suitable for people over 65. Some fruits can be high in sugar, causing blood sugar spikes. Others may contain high levels of acid, potassium, or insoluble fiber, which can negatively affect the heart, kidneys, or digestive system of older adults. In today's video, we'll explore 7 common fruits in the U.S. that can seriously harm the health of older adults if consumed regularly or improperly. Don't worry, this isn't a warning to eliminate all fruits from your diet. Instead, our goal is to help you understand what your body needs and choose the right fruits for your age, medical conditions, and physical condition. I invite you to stick with us until the end of the video. Not only will we list the fruits to be cautious about, but we'll also suggest safer, healthier alternatives. With just a few small changes to your habits, you may notice significant improvements in your sleep, blood pressure, digestion, and even your mood. And if you're caring for elderly parents, grandparents, or stepping into retirement yourself, the information in this video will be incredibly valuable. 1. Raisins, a snack that seems healthy but poses risks for older adults. Many of us grew up with those small, convenient boxes of raisins, tucked into lunchboxes for school, enjoyed as a snack during picnics, baseball games, or church gatherings. Raisins have long been considered part of a healthy diet, sweet, easy to eat, and requiring no preparation. For many older adults, they're a nostalgic treat tied to childhood, sometimes seen as a quick substitute for sweets because raisins are fruit, right? But it's time to take a closer look. A small cup of raisins, about 150 g, contains over 430 calories and more than 85 g of sugar. Yes, 85 g of sugar. That's nearly double the daily sugar intake recommended by the American Heart Association, AHA, for adults. Even more concerning, this sugar lacks the water content found in fresh grapes. So when you eat raisins, your body absorbs the sugar faster, leading to sudden blood sugar spikes. A serious risk for older adults, especially those with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. George, a retired engineer from Phoenix, Arizona, shared that he used to nibble on raisins while watching the evening news. I thought raisins were better than cookies or chocolate. But after a few months, my blood sugar spiked, and my doctor told me to stop immediately. Beyond disrupting blood sugar levels, raisins are also high in oxalates, a compound that can promote kidney stone formation, a common issue among older adults. If you've ever been hospitalized for kidney stones, you know how excruciating the pain can be. Additionally, many commercial raisins in the U.S. are treated with sulfur dioxide or other preservatives to maintain their color and extend shelf life. These chemicals can trigger allergic reactions in sensitive individuals, particularly those with a history of asthma or respiratory issues. Green Circle safer alternatives. If you enjoy natural sweetness, try switching to seedless fresh grapes, which have a lower glycemic index and higher water content, slowing sugar absorption into the bloodstream. Better yet, opt for berries like blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries. They're rich in antioxidants, low in sugar, and beneficial for memory and heart health. And if you still want a portable dried snack, choose a small portion of unsalted almonds or walnuts. They won't spike blood sugar, and are great for brain health and joint support. 2. Starfruit, a hidden danger. Starfruit may look like an enticing tropical treat, often found in smoothies or fruit salads at American eateries. But for older adults, it can be extremely dangerous, even life-threatening, especially for those with kidney issues. The danger lies in caramboxin, a neurotoxin that healthy kidneys can easily filter out. However, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), 1 in 3 Americans over 65 has reduced kidney function without realizing it. When this toxin builds up in the blood, it can cause dizziness, confusion, vomiting, seizures, and even coma. John, a 72-year-old from Orlando, Florida, thought he was making a healthy choice by adding starfruit to his morning smoothie. Within a week, he began experiencing sudden memory lapses, dizziness, and extreme fatigue. At first, he assumed it was just a sign of aging, but the symptoms worsened until he collapsed at home. His family rushed him to the hospital, where doctors discovered that starfruit had caused severe neurological damage due to his undiagnosed mild kidney impairment. "I had no idea starfruit could do this," he admitted after recovering. This is not an isolated case. The National Kidney Foundation warns that for older adults with reduced kidney function, even a small starfruit can cause serious neurological damage. The scariest part? Many people don't know their kidneys are struggling until it's too late. Symptoms like fatigue, swollen ankles, or changes in urination can be signs of declining kidney function. Safer alternatives. If you love tropical fruits, swap starfruit for Asian pears, which have a crisp, juicy texture without toxins, or dragon fruit, which has a similarly exotic appearance but is safe for kidneys. Both are widely available at U.S. supermarkets like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's and pose no health risks. Have you ever had an unexpected reaction to starfruit? Share in the comments. Now let's move on to the second fruit, one that seems completely safe, but can cause blood sugar spikes and a choking hazard. 3. Oranges, a trigger for acid reflux. Oranges are a symbol of health in the U.S., often featured in juice commercials, or recommended for their vitamin C content. However, for older adults, oranges come with unexpected risks, particularly for those with acid reflux, taking medications, or dealing with sensitive teeth. The acid issue. Oranges are highly acidic, which can trigger acid reflux (GERD), a condition affecting over 60% of Americans over 60, according to the National Institutes of Health, NIH. As we age, the muscle that prevents stomach acid from rising into the esophagus weakens, making oranges a major culprit for heartburn and discomfort. Margaret, a 73-year-old from Minneapolis, Minnesota, drank orange juice every morning, thinking it boosted her immunity. But she often woke up at night with severe heartburn and a burning sensation in her throat. After cutting out oranges, she finally slept soundly again. "I never connected my reflux to oranges until my doctor pointed it out," she admitted. Drug interactions. Oranges can interfere with over 50 medications commonly used by older adults, including blood pressure drugs, cholesterol-lowering statins, and antidepressants. According to the Mayo Clinic, consuming oranges or orange juice within 2 hours of taking these medications can reduce their effectiveness, posing health risks. For example, oranges may hinder the absorption of blood pressure medication, leading to sudden spikes in blood pressure. Dental damage. Oranges can also harm tooth enamel, which naturally thins with age. The citric acid in oranges can cause tooth sensitivity, cavities, and enamel erosion over time, especially in older adults who frequently drink orange juice. Safer alternatives. You don't need oranges to get your vitamin C. Try red bell peppers. Contain twice the vitamin C of oranges without the acidity. Kiwi, high in vitamin C and gentle on the stomach. If you still want oranges, consider diluting orange juice with water, 1:1 ratio, to reduce acidity. Avoiding oranges on an empty stomach. Not consuming oranges within 2 hours of taking medication. Have you ever experienced acid reflux after eating oranges? Share in the comments. Now let's move on to the fourth fruit, a superfood that can cause weight gain and drug interactions. 4. Avocado, the weight gain culprit. Avocados are celebrated as a superfood in the U.S., popular in guacamole, avocado toast, and salads. However, for older adults, eating too many avocados can lead to weight gain, drug interactions, and even unexpected allergies. The calorie issue. A medium avocado contains about 240 calories, nearly equivalent to a full snack. According to the American Heart Association, AHA, Metabolism slows with age, and older adults require fewer calories. Regularly eating avocados without portion control can lead to weight gain, putting stress on joints, the heart, and mobility. Robert, a 75-year-old from Denver, Colorado, ate avocado toast every morning, believing it was a healthy choice. In 3 months, he gained 12 pounds, worsening his joint pain. "I didn't realize how calorie-dense avocados are," he shared. Drug interactions. Avocados are high in vitamin K, which can reduce the effectiveness of blood thinners like warfarin, increasing the risk of blood clots. They also affect blood pressure medications and some antidepressants, according to the Food and Drug Administration, FDA. Latex allergy. About 6% of older adults in the U.S. are sensitive to latex, and avocados contain proteins similar to latex, which can trigger allergic reactions ranging from mouth itching to severe breathing difficulties, even if you've safely eaten avocados before. Safer alternatives. Instead of avocados, try olive oil. Provides healthy fats without drug interactions. Almonds or walnuts offer similar nutrients with fewer calories. If you eat avocados, consider limiting to 1/4 of an avocado per day, pairing with other foods to balance calories, monitoring for allergic reactions. Have you noticed weight changes or medication issues after eating avocados? Share in the comments. Now let's move on to the fifth fruit, a summer favorite that can disrupt fluid balance. 5. Papaya, a digestive challenge. Papaya is often recommended for its papain, an enzyme that aids digestion. However, for older adults, papaya can cause drug interactions, allergies, and digestive discomfort. Drug interactions. According to the FDA, papaya can enhance the effects of blood thinners, increasing the risk of bleeding. It also affects diabetes medications and antibiotics, leading to unstable blood sugar levels. Susan, a 71-year-old from San Diego, California, ate papaya to aid digestion. But her blood pressure medication became less effective, and her blood sugar was hard to control. Her doctor identified papaya as the culprit. Latex allergy. About 35% of older adults with latex allergies also react to papaya, experiencing mouth itching, swelling, or even anaphylactic shock. Papain can also irritate the stomach lining, causing bloating or reflux in older adults. Safer alternatives. Instead of papaya, try plain yogurt, rich in probiotics, supports digestion. Ginger tea reduces bloating and is gentle on the stomach. If you eat papaya, consider checking for drug interactions with your doctor, starting with a small portion, 2 to 3 pieces. Avoiding it on an empty stomach. Have you noticed side effects after eating papaya? Share in the comments. Now let's move on to the final fruit, a common one that can pose risks to heart health. 6. Watermelon, the fluid balance disruptor. Watermelon is a popular summer snack in the U.S., loved for its sweet taste and hydrating properties. However, for older adults, it can cause blood sugar spikes, fluid imbalances, and kidney issues. Blood sugar issue. Watermelon has a high glycemic index, comparable to a can of soda. According to the American Diabetes Association, ADA, 2 cups of watermelon can rapidly spike blood sugar, posing a danger for older adults with diabetes. Betty, a 78-year-old from Phoenix, Arizona, ate watermelon daily to stay hydrated. But she began experiencing swollen legs and shortness of breath. Doctors discovered her body was retaining too much fluid, making her heart work harder. Fluid balance. Watermelon is high in potassium, which can disrupt fluid balance in people taking diuretics or heart medications. For older adults with kidney issues, 40% of those over 65, per the NIH, excess potassium can lead to irregular heartbeats or heart failure. Safer alternatives. Instead of watermelon, try cucumber. Hydrating, low in sugar, and not high in potassium. Frozen berries. Sweet and supportive of blood sugar control. If you eat watermelon, consider limiting to half a cup per serving, pairing with protein like cheese to slow sugar absorption, avoiding it late at night to reduce fluid retention. Have you noticed issues after eating watermelon? Share in the comments. Now let's move on to the next fruit. 7. Bananas, the risk of potassium overload. Bananas are a convenient and popular fruit in the U.S., but for older adults, their high potassium content can lead to hyperkalemia, especially in those with kidney issues or taking heart medications. Potassium issue. Aging kidneys are less efficient at regulating potassium. According to the NIH, 40% of people over 65 have reduced kidney function. Excess potassium can cause irregular heartbeats, muscle weakness, or sudden cardiac death. Jane, a 74-year-old from Houston, Texas, ate 2 bananas daily. One morning, she felt dizzy with a racing heart. Her doctor found her potassium levels were dangerously high. Blood sugar issue. Bananas are rich in fast-digesting carbohydrates, which can spike blood sugar in people with diabetes or prediabetes, leading to fatigue and energy crashes. Safer alternatives. Instead of bananas, try strawberries or blueberries. Low in potassium, high in antioxidants. Baked sweet potato. Slow-release carbohydrates for stable blood sugar. If you eat bananas, consider limiting to 1/2 a banana per serving. Avoiding them on an empty stomach. Checking for drug interactions with your doctor. Have you felt fatigued or had a racing heart after eating bananas? Share in the comments. Why older adults need to be cautious with fruits. Changes in the aging body. Reduced kidney function. Kidneys struggle to filter potassium. Bananas, watermelon, or toxins, starfruit. Increased sugar sensitivity. Insulin resistance makes grapes and watermelon riskier. Weaker digestion. The stomach becomes more sensitive to oranges and papaya. Drug interactions. Oranges, papaya, and avocados can affect blood pressure or blood-thinning medications. Common misconceptions. Just because fruit is natural doesn't mean it's safe. For example, honey is natural sugar, but still spikes blood sugar. Fruits must be chosen based on individual health conditions. Smart fruit choices. Berries, strawberries, blueberries low in sugar, good for brain health. Apples, high in fiber, easy to digest. Pears, soft, low in sugar. Kiwi, rich in vitamin C, non-acidic. Cantaloupe, sweet, lower in sugar than watermelon. Conclusion. As we age, our bodies change, and snacks that were once harmless can lead to unexpected consequences. But you don't have to give up fruit. By choosing options like berries, apples, or kiwi, and avoiding fruits like starfruit, grapes, or bananas, you can protect your health while still enjoying delicious flavors. Your health is too precious to risk. Listen to your body and make smart choices. Which fruit will you try swapping first? Share in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more health tips.